Hi there. So today we're talking about your earnest money deposit. And this is something that if you've bought a home before, you're fully aware of. And if you haven't, I'm going to explain to you what it is and how it works. What is your earnest money deposit? Well, this is paid by you upon successful agreement of a purchase and sale consummation, meaning that once you go back and forth with the buyer and seller and all the terms are now agreed to and you have a final solid contract, that would be put into escrow and you would have to put an earnest money deposit into escrow. This is good faith money. We don't use attorneys here, so this is going to go into the escrow and title company, not directly to the seller. And it's typically done within 24 hours of the acceptance of the offer. And your agent should have educated you about this while you're house shopping so that you know that this is going to be an expectation when you open escrow. And it is negotiable between the buyer and the seller. Typically, you would give the seller what they're asking for if you want your offer accepted, but it is negotiable if you have minimal money out of pocket, but you offer them full price, or you can negotiate a lower amount, but it's typically approximately 1 to 2%. This is could possibly be a cashier's check, but typically the money is wired into escrow now. And then that would be between your financial institution and the escrow company. There would be specific instructions, and be very careful of wire fraud. Never do these things over email. This has to be done, with your financial institution with the exact instructions that the title company has given you. So don't forget about that. It's never released to the seller unless there's some reason that down the line you need more time and you agree to give up the earnest money deposit to the seller to get you more time because they are holding the property off the market. But typically it stays in escrow till you close, and it goes towards your final down payment and closing costs. Why do you need to have an earnest money deposit? This shows your commitment. It shows that you're putting some skin in the game, and it's because the seller is now having to take the property off the market for you. So this is a good way to show your good faith and that you're serious about the purchase. And, having to put that money down gives you a little bit of thinking, okay, do I really want to do this? And that's why it's designed that way. And the seller would receive that money as compensation if you were to violate your contract, if you walked away from the purchase without a valid reason. A valid reason would be that you did not qualify for your loan. A valid reason would be that something came up on the home inspection that you can't deal with, and you responded in the timeline that was assigned to do the home inspection. But, the seller is agreeing to keep the property off the market for you. So this is your good faith money to tie the property up, to get you through those periods of inspections and all of your due diligence. And then at the end of the escrow, it will go toward your down payment and closing costs. Your earnest money, your agent should educate you that it shouldn't be money that's tied up in investment funds. It should be liquid money that you are prepared to pay when you find your house that you want. And it has to be easy to access. And while you're shopping, you don't want to have to be going to cash out like a 401k to put your money down on earnest money on a house, because especially in a multiple offer situation, the seller's agent's going to advise the seller not to wait for the earnest money, to pick somebody that has their money. So that's that.